So Dr. Disney, where are we tonight?
I don't know.
We're at Central Park.
Yeah.
We are at a
Summerstage
concert.
To see who?
An artist.
Oh, who is she?
An artist? Have you heard of this artist before?
She's a woman.
A woman? God is a woman.
Or a fairy.
Every rainbow. And she is from the Disney franchise.
That's true.
And she is a winner of the Disney franchise.
A few minutes later.
Her name is
Aurora! We're gonna watch Aurora
live in New York City.
Yeah.
How did you get these tickets?
I bought them.
That's how I made this channel.
Yeah.
Making something out of nothing.
Yeah, I'm making nothing out of something.
A fly went in my nose. 1 second. Aurora.
And she's promoting her new album with this concert of the same name called The Gods We Can Touch.
Well, we're going to predict the songs that she's going to sing tonight. 100% Runaway. That's going to be the closing number.
I was listening to the ocean.
Exist for Love.
For sure, because that's on the album.
Cause when you walked into my life,
I would love that she would do Dance on the Moon.
and if I listen, will my mouth be filled with fire? Will I laugh or will I cry?
Oh yeah, Cure for Me.
Cure for Me, because that's on the album. Matter of fact, I just read that Cure for Me took over from Exist for Love as like the main song on the album.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It does have a poppy dance feel to it. Oh, we're gonna see her dance.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's such a dynamic performer on stage. A photographer just came by and said, "Can I take your picture?"
And we're like, why? And she said, nice people watching a nice show. And I was like, honey, nothing started yet. What are you watching? Oh, there's someone who's drunk.
Oh boy.
Taking him out. This is a family show.
This is a family
They're
show.
4-year-olds.
So back to Aurora. We haven't yet reviewed the album.
No.
We have to do that. Well, she's out there promoting it now. This is, I think, the last part of the American tour that she's doing. So
Really?
I think it is.
She knows where to save the best for last.
And it's a beautiful night. The temperature's about 72 degrees.
Thank you for tuning in. Meteorologist Manderson on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds.
We're really excited to see her perform and to see her in action and to hear her and see the marvelous show that she's going to give us tonight.
Yeah.
Because we know she's a dynamic person.
And what's really cool about this place is it's a small stage, so it's a bit intimate tonight.
For a
and it
concert?
started at 7 and now people are still rolling in. So I think she's going to show up at 8.
I do too, and that's just a couple minutes from now. They started with an opening act from an artist called Suburban. 2 words, Suburban.
Oh, yeah. He has a song that goes, watch it. Brum, 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 brum.
Hush.
Brum, 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 brum.
Very deep lyrics. And he was quite good. He was quite good. Wonderful voice.
He did. He had a great stage presence too. Because he would sing like, that's alright, watch it, and then come back, whoa, I should have not worn a sweater on a hot summer day. And I'm like, wow, your singing voice is nothing like your speaking voice,
Yeah.
which I appreciate.
I'm ready.
She's right behind the
Tell me what you heard. Out of you, sparrow comes, sees without anxiety. No forget you are in a you are caught in a wire and soon it will burn. You can fly. today. I'm so happy. I feel so thank you so much for coming here. I'm so happy that you came. And for already giving us so much love and kindness. It's really beautiful, and I'm really grateful for you being just how you are. And I guess welcome to this show.
What are we doing here? I guess it's a show.
To this show.
Yes!
I was listening to the ocean. I saw a face in the sand. But when I picked it up, then it vanished away from my down. The rain, I felt the love, and I can't complain. Oh, take me home where I belong. I can't take it anymore. I've never felt like this before. My heart knew that I couldn't. And then you take me, and everything begins to feel like I belong. Like everybody needs a home. Like the waves never had I know I can't leave you, but I will hold you forever if I can. And then I learned to how everything good in life seems to lead back to you. And every single time I feel like I exist for love. until this very day, we have forgotten something very important. But some people still remember, the indigenous people of this world. They still remember the connection we used to have with each other, with the earth, with life. And we have so much to thank the indigenous peoples of the world for how they have fought and died to protect what's left of our poor, poor home planet. And for this next song, I want you, if you want, of course, whatever you want, my ladies and my members, to connect with me to the earth and to feel it, feel your souls, really touch the ground. Because whenever we walk on this planet, we kind of stand on cursed land. Because the world have treated indigenous people so badly. It makes me feel like I'm magical. It makes me feel like I'm ancient and like I'll live forever when I feel like I connect with people around me, with the earth, with whatever air I breathe. I don't know what it is. It might sound silly, but it makes me feel happy and it makes me feel better too. So for this next song, feel.
I love this song.
Just like the sea,
Yeah.
I don't know where to go. Through light and shadow, I'm reaching through the storm. You carry money along. You carry money along. When the last tree has fallen and the rivers are poisoned, you carry money along.
You carry money along. You carry money along. When
people who lose their children. But yes, is that I get to see the very like hope in the world when I play and when I sing, and I see your faces, and I see your passion and your eyes and the way you glow and dance, and when you have no idea what a beautiful sight it is to see you like this, to see people united and free. It's the most beautiful thing I can ever imagine myself. We're having a conversation with me. No, but it's yeah. If you
What is that? I know she's reacting to somebody doing a noise.
But I guess I just want you to know, because if you, I know I've said it a lot, but if you could see yourself, how you look when you just enjoy something, when you forget about what the world demands of you, but you just exist here in your own body and skin and soul, you're so, there's nothing more beautiful. And I wish you could see it, because you wouldn't dare hating yourself for a second. If you knew. It's your birthday! Oh, happy birthday, darling! Oh, it's your birthday too! You see, already we're getting older.
We're already getting old.
Do you like baby carrots? Why? Because they are like, I feel like they're a way to trick us to like to eat orange baby fingers. But I guess if you like that, we can agree to disagree. Yes, fuck baby carrots! Sorry, I know I should. Oh, mosquito. I like all animals except mosquitoes. They kill almost 1 million people every year, so it's really, we're in war with the mosquitoes. I'm sorry, I know your feet must be tired. You're about to get home. So I'm gonna stop talking about mosquitoes and carrots. But I guess the whole point with me saying anything before this next song is that, because this next song is about hope, and it's about the power you all have blessed me with today, love and kindness and respect. I love you too, and I really do, because yeah, you've done a lot for me in my life. I've never felt connected to the world as a child, but I do now, because I see how many people there are just like me out there in the world, and it's very beautiful. Yes. The power you all have in your very hands.
What do you think, Dale?
Loved it.
Yeah, right?
Gorgeous concert.
On a scale of 1 through 10?
Oh, a 10.
Infinity is the right answer.
Yeah, infinity.
All right, let's go before they're trying to kick us out. They're trying to kick us out. They're trying to kick everyone out. Let's go. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
So great to see you. We're going to just quickly
review the concert that we just finished last night, and then we just went home.
Home because we had to work, both of us, the next morning. So.
Yeah. And what was interesting is that there were so many people who came up to us and they were like, "We love your shirts. Where'd you guys get it from?" And we had to be like, "Oh, what?" Such like positive people.
Yeah. Oh, definitely positive.
The whole of like, well, you can. I feel like I'm sleepy. I know what I'm trying to say, and my mouth is not saying it.
Everybody there was in the Aurora mindset. Everybody wanted to just be not just enthused, but to be.
Yes.
I know. Yes.
No, I thought it was me.
We could cut these. Remember?
No, we're not gonna cut. I think it was that everyone was. I'm so tired. Yeah, I got it. There was a liberty.
Tell me more.
Last night, or liberation. People were, I felt liberated in how they dressed and how they carried themselves and how they sang and danced. And there were no assigned seats, or just an open forum.
Everybody was mostly standing the entire time.
Yeah, and there's like nice turf. People were just like eating meals, people of all different ages, different
Couple
backgrounds.
of picnic blankets out.
Yeah, it was just like a sweet familial afternoon. But she was like looking at everyone, she's like, "Oh, I see you.
I see you in the back.
Oh, it's your birthday? Wait, it's your birthday?" And we're like, "Aurora, this is a common thing." Birthdays. I wondered if she didn't sing happy birthday because she might have had like a ding from copyright. I noticed that she didn't sing it.
Copyright? Why?
I don't know, is it copywritten?
It is actually.
Yeah, so I figured maybe it would be an issue. If that were me on stage, I'd be copyright struck. I was a huge fan of the song selection throughout the night. What was interesting and sort of fascinating is the order that she had chosen, because I thought that Runaway would be one of the last songs because that's her like big number, and she threw it in at like number 4.
I thought it was number 2, in fact.
Oh, was it number 2?
I don't know. But
it was
early, very early on in the show.
And she started off with, she had like some songs that people were more like, jiving to, and then had some dance songs. She had The Seed, which was incredible.
Great performance.
The lights were synchronized with the tribal beat, and everyone was just kind of like shouting it. Mainly us two, but everyone was shouting it.
What was my personal favorite?
Tell me.
Was Exist for Love.
Oh.
The particular arrangement that she chose, I remember, of course, I remember the original release of the song. However, then we also there was a version that she did on YouTube that was just her with a guitarist. And I guess they were just trying to figure out how to make the song work, I guess, for a concert or something like that. Anyway, they went with an intimate feeling, and it was so beautiful.
I think she went higher than she does in the song.
I think she did. I think she did a couple of different higher riffs. Yeah,
I think I recorded most of it.
And not only that, but in that particular song, she has to sing really wispy. It's not just that she's singing high; she's singing high and light, which takes a lot of energy, and especially live.
And especially after all she's doing, and she's dancing across the stage like a fairy, and just like,
oh yeah, she never
she does
stopped.
that hair thing.
She never stopped. Yeah, that was part of the amazing quality of this concert too. Is that she was just a powerhouse. She didn't even she didn't even have a drink of water.
No, and she would like go from one song, and you're like, okay, she's gonna give us a story now. No, next song starts. And you're like, we're gonna give a story now. Next song starts.
Very
and
little
you're like,
talking in between.
Are we just racing? She did maybe 12, 13 songs, 14, maybe, I think 12 songs in like the thing that we received. And then she did this thing where she's like, bye, and she left, and everyone's like, what? No. Everyone like,
because nobody took a bow.
No.
Nobody.
Well, she did
at that point.
She did a small one.
She did a small bow, but the musicians didn't take a bow.
And everyone just left, and we were like,
it looked like they were shutting down the stage.
And we're like, no.
He was like that. I'm like, just watch.
And I was whistling so hard. He's like, do it again. And I'm like, okay.
Like,
and we did it again.
to bring her out.
And the audience kept getting riled up. She let us go for like a solid 4 minutes of just clapping.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's my cue. And she came out, she's like, hi, we have 3 more songs. And we're like, was that a pee break? What was that? We just left. So that was exciting to get her to come back to New York. Like, I was like, you can't just leave us.
Yeah.
You can't just leave like that. I really appreciate it, because I'm always someone who's like, oh, let's listen to live more than studio, because I want to see how this person's actually singing. And then one of my vocal coaches, not you, my previous one, he had told me that now there's a way to like live auto-tune people.
So I've heard.
And it's that crushed me when I heard it, because I was like, nothing is sacred anymore. So when we went to Aurora, I was like, I wonder if we're gonna hear some off notes, because she's human, I hope. So I was hoping, and we received some like off notes, which were rare, but still, like, she didn't care. She just like went straight with the rest of the song, and it was still like beautiful musically. And I was just like, okay, she's not going for perfection, which I really appreciate, because that means she's an artist.
Well, that's just it. That's just it. We are so used to hearing what's produced. You know, we don't go to live concerts as much anymore. I mean,
Even if they are live.
being brought through the classical tradition, you're used to this. You're used to live, acoustic, nothing's auto XYZ. For me, it's very disheartening to think, like you said, it's very disheartening to think that there's all these musicians live auto-tuning, let alone auto-tuning for the studio. I mean, there have been some opera singers who've done that on their recordings too.
I can understand it for studio, but for live, it's
better.
like, we get it. There should be that margin of error, and she was within it, which is fine.
And there's an excitement to it too, because you when something's not quite that perfect, and of course you want it to go as well as possible, you're more, as an audience member, you're more with them. It's like, okay, you know, great. There was a section in Exist for Love that was hard for her to negotiate, and I think because she was dancing for 5-6 songs, and now she's doing this song that takes I tell you, it takes a lot more energy to sing something quiet and to sing something with long extended lines, and she's going high. All that takes more energy and more solidity, and it sounds like it's more ethereal and all that. It sounds like it's easier in some ways. It's not. And so for her to do that without a break, without what I didn't see her take a glass of water, it was kind of a recipe for being on edge as a performer. And there was that moment where there was a falter. I'm going to just call it, kind of like a little falter, and she just recovered beautifully, got her footing back. I mean, there's no shade about saying that this happens. Matter of fact, it was like, yay, yes.
Yeah, it made me so happy.
Yeah, we're with you. We are with you.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that too. Listen, la la la. Are we gonna rate it on a scale of 1 through 10?
In a way, rating a live concert is hard, because, you know, when you have a movie and you rate the movie, that's a done deal. You know, and it's like, okay, this is what they put in the can. Now we can say, what is the result? And this is how we're going to feel about it. Whereas a concert is going to change night to night and everything. And you can rate it, but
I wouldn't feel okay rating it.
what was our rating at the end of the concert? What did we say to each other last night?
Infinity out of 10.
Infinity out of 10.
Yeah, because what was really wonderful was meeting some of the other Aurora fans. Like, there were these guys who like traveled with her the entire tour.
One guy in
not
particular.
a part of her group. They're just fans who went to every city with her and watched every performance, and were like, wow. And they like had the merch, and they were like huge fans, and they were like, oh, she was practicing this song during the warm-up, during the sound check. And they're like, yeah, but I wish she didn't
She didn't sing that
she
song.
didn't sing that song. I was hoping she would have. And I was
And I
like,
asked him if this program was the same in the other ones he had seen. He said no, that she
Oh.
sang some of the other songs as well from the album. So it changed up, you know, I guess how she felt for the night, or how long she had with the venue, or what she thought the particular audience in New York City versus Santa Fe would want to hear.
what was also cute is she would go and collect some of the gifts from the audience and be like, is this for me? Ooh. And she'd like run on stage and put them down, and then come back and be like, you made this? And for the whole audience, like, we're all just laughing, and she's like, thank you.
At the end, when they're all leaving after the bows and the concert really was
All the
over.
musicians are leaving, yeah.
She goes and she's gathering up her gifts herself, you know, and just carrying them off. How you think a stagehand would go do that? And we met this guy.
Oh,
Came
yeah.
up, our shirts got up a lot of attention.
I don't know why. Like, we got pictures from
Very-
the official soundstage. I mean, I know why. It was very, like, people were jiving with those shirts.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my goodness, can we take pictures of you? And we look at each other like, yeah, sure, yeah, okay. And we take pictures, and then some other person was by, can I pictures of you guys? And we're like, yeah, sure, yeah. Is it us, or is it the shirts? I'm starting
It's the shirts.
for sure.
Definitely the shirts.
And some guy saw our shirts, and he came up to us and he's like, those are really cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love this.
And he was carrying a young baby.
I would say about like 6 months.
He had worked with Aurora, when she was a young teenager.
13.
13, I think he said, in a recording.
He's a part of a recording label, and
Right.
he said, as you see her is who she really is. She's
Yeah.
so genuine, and that's why he brought his daughter. He said, I want this to be her first concert.
Yeah.
And we were like, wow. And he said, yeah, you don't get more genuine than her. And we were like, whoa. I want her, again, the more we watch Aurora and the more we engage with the community and all these fans and just the music, the more I of the complete conviction that we have to keep her. I don't want her to become Hollywoodized. I don't want her to become anything with pop culture. I just want her to be our little secret. And I know she's gonna blow up, and she has been blowing up. I just want, because the way the venue was yesterday, amazing. Imagine her being at like Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Like the intimacy.
I
Maybe
hope
if anything,
she has
would,
that for her career.
Yes, she would be the one who could make Madison Square Garden feel intimate.
That's right. That's right. I mean, you know, watching the New Rostomen concert, that was a big space. She was right there with you, and you know, even the instrumentation helped with that. With, you know, the cello and voice, it was like harp and voice. It's just
the rainbow song where all the lights were in rainbow colors. Big fan of that.
That was beautiful.
That was. Thank you for watching our reaction, review, and experience of our first Aurora concert of many to come.
First of many to come.
Yeah.
Yes.
In my mind, this is like the fantasy of it all. I was like, imagine if she said, is DayleSong and Doctor Disney in the audience tonight? I've seen that they watch my videos. Or someone to come up to us and be like, are you? Well, there were a couple people who, maybe it was the shirts, but they were like,
There were a couple people
who were like looking at us
Yeah.
and like doing that, and we're like, is it this or is it this?
Yeah.
Is it both? Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, be safe, be strong, be swag. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video, and
keep music in your hearts and be safe. Good health
good
to you
health
and your
to
families.
yours. Good health to you and yours.
You and yours, and keep music in your hearts. And
Something like that.
Bye. Bye.